got frame the video. My thoughts.
Zina, you're gonna start sneezing in a minute, bro.
I somehow ended up in a park at 9 in the morning on a Saturday. I should be in bed.
Oh my god, I miss my rabbit. Not that much. Really?
I'm surprised with how awake I am right now. I think I'm almost on 5k steps. If you're new here, my name's Hafsa. This is my channel. This is one of my videos. Lately, I've been feeling like I've been falling behind and not been keeping up with my good habits and my goals that I want. I usually have weekly goals that I keep up with and that I go through and I try to do every week as much as possible. And I've been doing well, but for the past couple of weeks I've been slipping behind for some of them, and it definitely does take a toll on me sometimes, especially when I want to achieve a lot and I want to, you know, do as much as I can with the time that I have. It definitely dampens my mood a bit. So, and there's something really positive. It definitely dampens my mood. I feel like, because I want to achieve bits and pieces of my life, I feel like my goals help me achieve them bit by bit. And when I don't achieve it, it feels like I failed straight away. I was never like that with school or studying. It's always my more personal goals. Because I was never an academic person. I've never been one to want to get good grades. Oh, tree! I've always done the bare minimum. I'll always get like a C. But when it comes to my personal goals now, because I don't go to school and because I don't get graded on anything now, I do my best to keep up with me doing good habits and me doing my best in turn.
Oh my god.
Is that Jellicat?
That's actually so cute. I would get that.
Very cute. Ended up in a bookstore. It was really pretty. I saw like my favourite painting of Van Gogh outside, so that's what made me come inside.
Oh wait, I don't know what. Delete that one. Sorry. You want the trees in? Oh.
It's a week later since I last filmed. I don't know what to tell you. Generally, I don't know what to tell you. And I thought today is the day to film again. So that's what I'm doing. Lately, I've been feeling like I'm falling behind on habits that I've put for myself or certain goals that I've put for myself. And just because I've not met those requirements for myself, I felt like I had failed. I felt like I didn't meet the certain expectations of myself and I was letting myself down. I felt like I failed and that I have not accomplished a lot, which in actual fact, I am the only one who's putting myself up to those standards and no one else is. And you know what? I need to cut myself some slack. A lot of people can relate to that because especially as a creative, I want to do a lot more for myself and I want to create more and I want to build myself and my skills up. When I feel like I haven't met those for myself, it definitely puts me in a bad mood and in a bad mindset, which is not fair because I have been busy doing my own things naturally, as everyone does, and I shouldn't beat myself up about it. When you put yourself with certain expectations and certain goals, that's fine. It's a good thing to do, but it becomes detrimental when you start making yourself feel bad for doing other things apart from the things that you set yourself. You can also grow yourself in other ways that you didn't plan to. There's nothing wrong with not meeting your goals and your habits that you kept for yourself for like a week or two. You're allowed to do that and no one else is holding you accountable apart from yourself. It's good to keep good habits, but it's not good when you decide that that's your measurement of happiness or your measurement of success. You shouldn't do that to yourself, especially when it's supposed to be something that's supposed to be helpful. I think it's just an anxiety part of me as well, especially when I want to do some things that are so small and I don't get round to doing it, it genuinely makes me feel like, okay, so we're just giving up on every other habit as well. Say you want to go on a walk every week, or you want to go on a run every week, and you don't do it for 1 or 2 weeks just because you want to rest and because you have been busy with other things in life naturally. That for me, it makes me feel like I failed, and it's like, okay, I've not been keeping on top of what I want for myself. Like, for example, I've not been reading a lot recently as much as I want to, and there was some point where I was like, oh my god, I failed, oh my god. And yeah, I did. There's nothing wrong with that though. You can always pick yourself up later. Like, that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Like, the world's still gonna keep spinning, even if you dropped a habit because you picked up a new one and you picked up something else along the way. I definitely forgot that failure is also part of you growing and you know, learning. Usually I do remember that, but this time it got to me and I beat myself up about it. If you've not met a certain goal for like a New Year's resolution, that's okay. At least you tried and at least you gave it an attempt. You don't have to win all the time. I never used to hold myself to such a standard. Even when I was younger, I would know that if I failed, then I failed. There's nothing that I can do apart from work on it and try again if I really want it for myself. But recently, I don't know what it is, I got lost in the details of it, but I think it's because I've gotten older. I don't know what it is. I just was like, okay, now I failed. And what are you gonna do now? Are you gonna work on it? Are you gonna do better for yourself? Are you going to try again? If not, okay, move on. Don't get so stuck on it. Keep moving forward. Don't let that change what you were doing initially in the first place. Oh my god, I'm supposed to be wearing a scarf later. No. It's a reminder, you're not falling behind. Regardless, you are not falling behind. At least acknowledge it and at least know that it's happening rather than ignoring it the whole time and just not working on yourself. I guess in a way, it makes you feel like you've been left behind when you see other people doing well. I guess another reason why I also felt like I was falling behind in a way was I got a little lost in kind of comparing myself to other people, which I don't usually do. But when you see other people doing other things that you don't usually do, or you see people your age doing different things that you wouldn't see yourself doing, you end up comparing yourself somehow and thinking that you're falling behind. I'm sorry, you're not falling behind. Everyone has their own journey. There's not certain age that you have to have your life together. There's no age limit in success or happiness. Just because someone else is happy in their own bubble doesn't mean you can't also be happy too. You can also have those things if you want them, but you can also have other things as well that will make you happy. You don't have to have the same plan for life. We are all different people. We all have our own journey and we all have our own measurements of success. There's nothing wrong with wanting the same goals as people. There's nothing wrong with having a life plan, but you have to be also open to it not working out and it not falling into place how you hoped. For me, I never really had a certain plan in mind for my life. I never had a certain age limit. I never had a certain time frame where everything would happen. I knew, for me especially because I am Muslim, I know that it's not in my hands and it's in God's hands. And you can have a plan all you want, but I also know if it's not the plan that I had in mind, there's a better one out there and that there's a better one waiting for me. I have to be able to reach that point in life to be able to unlock that. Basically, it's like a game. Your life is basically a game and you have to reach a certain level to meet that certain goal that you wanted, and you have to reach a higher level to meet that higher goal that you wanted, or you have to meet certain checkpoints in a way. Because I'm a very God conscious person, I know that it's never in my hands fully. Yes, there's certain things that I can control, and there's certain things I can control in terms of my behavior and how I handle myself and how I present myself, how I go about certain situations and how I react. However, in the bigger scheme of things, in the grand scheme of things, I can't control everything and I have to let go of that control. And for a long time, I didn't know how to do that because I knew that I can only control myself and what I believe in and my values, and I have to be able to hold myself in the best regard possible because that's all I can do in this present moment. I think especially for people with anxiety, it can be a hard thing to let go of control, especially when there's only so much you can control. I have definitely been a lot more carefree in the last few years, not in terms of like not caring at all, but being able to let go of certain expectations I have for myself, because it's not fair to do that to yourself, especially for your own livelihood and for your own well-being. But my makeup is done. Today I'm literally doing a 5k randomly on a Sunday morning. I don't know how. I do know how I got here. Did I prepare for it? No. Did I do practice runs? No. We're just going straight into it. This is for fun, guys. This is for fun. Like, I literally bought like some jogger bottoms last minute, because usually I like the ones with like a wider leg and not cuffed at the bottom, because otherwise it'll make me look like a carrot. And I don't want that. So we're doing this first thing in the morning, and I thought I would, like, you know, get a good meal in and eat. I had cereal. Like, people who run for fun and like do it like properly as a hobby and stuff like that, they're probably gonna hate me in this video, so please do not hate me. I don't actually take this seriously. You do it for me, so it's okay. I thought to do this run because it's just something that I've not done before. It's new and exciting. Following on from yesterday, it's okay to forget good patterns that you have made for yourself, and it's okay to let go of them sometimes, because it makes room for new opportunities and for new goals that you want to have for the future, like goals that you never thought of doing. For example, me running. Girl, I'll tell you now, 2 years ago I would never thought that I would be doing this right now, but I am randomly doing it. You never know what's going to happen in life. Anything can happen. You can just make room for good opportunities and new ones, and that's okay. It's all part of growing up at the end of the day. Nothing is ever set in stone, as much as we want it to be, and nothing is going to be set in stone unless you work on yourself and you are happy and content with it not being there forever. If you want change and if you want better for yourself, then start it. Start with the baby steps. Start with planning out as much as you can. Start with setting goals that you think will be able to get you to a certain point in your life, because honestly it all starts with you. It all starts and begins with you. You have to be able to make the intention to be better for yourself. Like, it should only be for you, and if it benefits others along the way, then that's even better. But if you want better for yourself, and if you want to start doing more, then you have to start doing more. As much as it is annoying, because you're going to fail along the way, inevitably you're going to fail along the way. That's literally fine. It's literally a part of growing up. It's a part of just aging and just experiencing life more. I learned that from like very young, to be fair, but also it still catches up to me, because at the end of the day, humans are very forgetful, and we forget what lessons we have learned, and we have to relearn a lot of things over and over again. I think that's the end of today's video. Someone is literally looking at me while they're driving out, so I'm just gonna try and ignore them. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video turns out okay, because I actually don't know how it's going to turn out, so I hope it turns out well. Let me know if you guys agree with anything I said, if it's made any sense to you at all. Subscribe, why not? You can stay for a while and enjoy some videos that I have that have been coming out and that are going to come out, so please do join everyone else that is here before everyone else gets here. Bye from me in my car. Now I need to go push out her window.